Okay, our next category is 6L Weather Report Series, and the nominees are
The Cards You're Dealt, WMTV. I Feel Lucky to Be Alive, 50 Years of Terrifying Memories, WGN.
And the Emmy goes to I Feel Lucky to Be Alive, 50 Years of Terrifying Memories, WGN.
The Oakland Tornado hit at rush hour on a Friday night, trapping people in their cars.
The tornado in Oakland had about 200-mile-an-hour winds, and no matter what vehicle you were in, it was the worst place you could be.
10-ton buses at Suburban Transit Company were sucked up by the twister's winds. 18 people died at the intersection of 95th Street and Southwest Highway. 3 more, including 2 children, were crushed at a nearby roller rink.
People have carried the emotional and physical scars with them for the last 50 years because you had 33 people killed, there were hundreds of people injured.
Wow. First of all, this is one of the most remarkable producers in the industry, Pam Grimes. And I'll tell you, it is my undying pleasure to work with Pam on stories like this. Who among us who ever lived through the 67 tornado outbreak that included the Oakland Tornado, but also the Belvedere Tornado, will ever forget it? It is the benchmark tornado destructive story in this area. And we visited a farmer who was leaving. He was pulling out of his driveway up in Belvedere when he looked up to see a tornado coming at him. And the next thing he knew, when he awakened sometime later, was that he was enmeshed in a truck that had been rolled over and blown against a tree, which was the only thing that saved his life. You know, these tornadoes, there were school buses picked up. We talked to 4 survivors who, one of whom they were teenagers, and he grabbed one of his little classmates who was frightened as they were getting off the bus. When they woke up, she was laying there, half her head was gone, and she was dead. And can you imagine the trauma of that? This is before we sent social workers into disasters like that to help young people cope with what they had seen. And that was but one of many stories. There were 27 young people killed in that tornado up in Belvedere. Pam, perhaps you want to add. I mean, it's amazing. And then that storm went into another storm into Oakland. So amazing. It's an amazing story, I know. We're done. Thank you. Thank you.